Hey guys, it's Deepak Shukla here again, founder at Serpwizz, and I want to talk to you about the second element of your actual report. So meta keywords. So this is Parliament Leads. We don't have meta keywords present for our, in our metadata. So you will definitely, if you're big in the SEO space, be told that meta keywords are no longer relevant, they're redundant, we should not put them in there. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things. So meta keywords ultimately are relevant keywords in your metadata. So meta descriptions is an example of metadata, and you inside your metadata would want to put ultimately meta keywords. So let's have a first Google of what does metadata mean, and this is probably the part that's interesting. It's ultimately data that describes and gives information about other data. So it's not the data that's present on the page which users look at, although it will pull parts of it out. It gives information about the data on your page. So if we go here, summarizes basic information about data, making, finding, and working with particular instances of data easier. It can be created manually. It's always created automatically and contains basic information. So that's quite a useful insight. And it says here there's three types of metadata. There's structural, administrative, and descriptive. And they are really considerations when it comes to thinking about some of your SEO. So there's a couple of things I want to kind of run through. Google doesn't really place, Google and Bing, the two probably most major search engines in the world, doesn't place importance upon meta keywords. It's a very, very light SEO signal. Does it mean it's 100% irrelevant? No. Why? It's because if you care about Yandex, which is the Russian search engine, if you care about Baidu, which is a Chinese search engine, absolutely massive, then they still use meta keywords as an actual ranking signal. So not everybody knows that, and for those reasons, and given the fact that I said lightweight, not completely irrelevant from a Google search perspective, there is still some use in having relevant keywords in your metadata. And I want to I Googled it actually, because this is 2021 at the time of recording, and meta keywords. So let's just do this, use Google Advanced Search Operator to make sure that we get the right meta keywords. Should you use them? Let's have a look. Let's see what they say. Still should use meta tags. It's said to be useless these days, but it's not just true. So there's such as meta tag keywords lost their value. There are still a few. So there's different. Look, it's a mistake to think that meta descriptions and meta keywords are useless nowadays. So the point is that as you can see, there is still relevancy to them. Hrefs will say, and let's just see what Hrefs say actually, because I'm quite curious. We don't use keyword meta tags. Most professionals no longer use it. There's more to SEO than Google. It may still be used by Yandex, Baidu, Naver, still used for some internal site searches. Other use cases, internal tagging system, seed keywords from competitors. So there you go, guys. For 99% of people, meta keyword tags is useless and filling it out is a waste of time. You don't use it if you have a particular reason to do so. Internal tagging, internal site search, they deserve more attention, but fundamentally it's still possibly used by these other platforms, as we said, Yandex and Baidu and Naver, and ultimately they're huge platforms. And fundamentally, with that in mind, look, 74% searches in South Korea. Baidu's quite a big one. With that in mind, it made sense for us to put it into here. So that's a bit of a diatribe of meta keywords, but I hope that gives you some insight into why we thought that we would include it in our reports. And I hope that helps you when it comes to discussing this with your clients. Catch you in the next one.